Davis is checked in for Corzine. Chicago trailing here. Outside Pippen. Shoots the three. And that one's good. Pippen's got 7 now in this quarter.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
James against Pippen. And finished off by LeBron. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Carson. This one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
The Cavaliers trailing. And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 22 points.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Expanding his range. And Davis can't get it to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Right side, Jordan.
Mark it up. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Grant against Love. He kicks it to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Drilled from 11 feet out. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Outside for Pippen. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Oh, and the jam by LeBron. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. Big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Miller's subbed in for LeBron. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Davis. Sellers comes in for Grant. Paxson, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Hodges subbed in for Vincent. Dion Waiters checked in for the Cavaliers. The drive by Jordan.
Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And the shot is good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here. You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Irving kicks to Miller. A baseline J. Chicago grabs the miss. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Paxson with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. Hodges. Another one falls for Chicago. And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
yeah, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Here's Chicago. They trail by 1. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Michael Jordan is up. There was Sellers. Then there's Paxson. Then there's Pippen. And it's Vincent in at the 1.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. On the wing, James. Guarded by Jordan. Irving attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
MJ taken off from the free throw line. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, yeah, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was not at all satisfied with their effort levels, saying, "We're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it." Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Davis is checked in for the Bulls. Cavaliers trailing. Irving double team. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Paxson passes to Davis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Love. They throw good, Davis. And both free throws good for Davis.
And much more aggressive play has led to more free throw attempts for them here in the second half.
You know, that's how you do it, Steve. I mean, defender pressing up on you, you press right back, get into him.
No good from Irving.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And the Bulls with another miss.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
And the foul goes against Chicago. LeBron drives in on the wing mirror. Fires from deep. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from James.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. And stolen by Jordan. Down low. Here's Vincent. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Pippen is screen on Irving. Pass to Paxson. No one near him. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And assists like that typify their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score. So that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Cartwright's checked in for the Bulls. Grant comes in for Davis. Here's James. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down. Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Now Varejao inside. One-on-one here. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
And that bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there, and you hear it in their reaction.
And you can feel the energy throughout this building right now. What a huge shot.
The drive by Jordan. No good. James with some nice D. .46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
So with the ball, and it's Marion picking him up. Outside for Jordan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can handle the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Boy, you hate to use the word choke, but to come away empty right there is just brutal. This thing would have been over.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
Hey, you can't let them pound the ball and just melt those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it.
Timeout called Cleveland. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Cartwright with it. And stolen by Love. Here's LeBron.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they want. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can...
Oh, he put it down!
And a count!
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
the buzzer!
Down it goes at the buzzer. A spectacular finish to this game.